Okay, so now welcome to the lower body segment of the stretching routine. So first, let's go over some hip openers. These are for you individuals that have a tough time squatting or keeping your knees behind your toes in the bottom position of the squat. This is something that you can effectively do whether it's in your dynamic warm-up as an extended version of it or whether it's at the end of your session. Whichever the case, this is something you can do to open up your hips to allow your body to keep your knees behind your toes. So what you want to do here is you want to find a wall and you want to get as close as you can to it and put your feet on the wall. Now when you have this in motion here, you want to then bring your feet down to where you would kind of be in an Olympic squat position. From here you want to keep your core tight and you want to make sure that your feet, from the balls of your feet and also the heel of your foot, stays firmly on the wall. Once you have that together, you're going to open up your groin and your hips by taking your forearms and pushing down on your legs. This is on the inside of your leg. And what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to squeeze your glute in this position. Now if you feel that your feet start to come off of the wall, you're probably not externally rotated at your foot enough. So you want to externally rotate or turn your feet out a little bit more, and that may help your body to keep your feet directly on the wall as you're doing this stretch. You want to hold this stretch for 1 to 2 minutes, again to where it's a mild stretch, not to where you're hurting yourself. When you're done with that stretch, then you're going to bring your butt all the way to the wall. Put your butt on the wall, open up your legs, squeeze your quadriceps here, and also tighten your abs, squeeze your glute, and you're just going to kind of pulse or externally rotate back and forth until you start to kind of feel the connection of your medial hamstring and also your glute. And you're just going to continue to do this, externally rotating, keeping the quads tight the entire way, core tight, and just breathe in through this motion, in and out. Now if you're really tough, you can just squeeze your quads and keep your feet externally rotated and squeeze your glute at the same time. This will also work for you. You're going to hold this for 1 to 2 minutes, and then you would be done with your hip openers. Now for the supine alternating low back and hamstring stretch. What you're going to do is lay supine, which means your back is to the floor. You're going to grab the back of your right thigh and pull your knee to your chest until you've experienced a stretch in your low back. You're going to hold this for 30 seconds once you have felt the stretch in your low back. Right after the 30 seconds, you're going to loosen up your grip on the back of your thigh so you can fully extend your knee now and experience the stretch in the back of your leg being the hamstring. Hold this for 30 seconds. Once the 30 seconds is up, return your leg to the ground. Bring in the next leg, which is going to be the left, grabbing the back of the thigh, pulling in until you feel that stretch again in your low back. Some of you may also feel this in your hips. Once you have held this for 30 seconds, you're going to slightly loosen up the grip on this leg as well. Fully extend the knee, again to feel that stretch in the back of your leg being your hamstring. Now, return your leg to the floor. Once you have done both sides, you're going to then go to the right leg again, do the same exact thing, and then back to the left leg, and then you're done. Moving on to the modified hurdler stretch. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit upright on your butt with your legs fully extended out in front of you. You're going to then tuck your left leg close to your body, heel to groin for most of you, and then you're going to reach towards your right leg until you experience a stretch in your low back and also in your hamstring of the right leg. When you feel that stretch in the low back, also might feel it in the mid and the upper back as well. For me, mostly I feel it in my middle back and low back and hamstring. You're going to then hold this for 30 seconds. As soon as your 30 seconds is up, you're going to release the grip, and then you're going to fully extend your legs again. Now, you're going to do the opposite. You're going to take your right leg, just so you can see this, take the right leg, tuck it into your groin, and now you're going to reach towards your left leg until you feel the stretch in your low back on the other side, and also in the middle back and the hamstring. Hold this stretch for 30 seconds. Once the 30 seconds is up, you're going to then do it one more time on both sides again for 30 seconds, and then you move on to the next stretch. Next is the lunge stretch. So what you're going to do is step forward with your right foot and your knee flexed, keeping your knee directly over your ankle. Now stretch your left leg back until your lower leg is parallel to the floor, and softly and gently push forward your hips, forward and down, until you feel this stretch in your quad. Now some people won't be able to feel this, and you can see that I'm balancing on my right leg, or the leg that is my stabilizer, not the stretching leg, okay? You can bring your knee down if you do not feel this stretch. Hold on to something for support, and then grab the foot that's on the ground, and then pull it up until you feel that stretch in the front of your leg, being your quadriceps. Either way, whether you do it standing, supporting yourself with your knee, or whether you do it with your knee to the ground, supporting yourself with your hand on some sort of an object in front of you or to the side of you, and pulling your leg up. Whichever you do, you're going to hold this stretch for 30 seconds, and then do the same exact thing on the next side. 2 sets for each leg. Okay, so we're getting towards the tail end of the lower body stretch routine. The next stretch would be the standing calf and Achilles heel stretch. For those of you who do not know the body very well, the calf is the big ball right here, and then you have the Achilles heel, that would be down yonder. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to stand with your one foot 2 feet in front of the other, or just a little bit wider. For me, I like it a little bit wider, okay? Keeping the back leg 100% straight. So as you can see, my leg is 100% straight. Now, once you have this, you're gonna lunge yourself forward, okay? Bending at the front knee while pushing your rear heel down and back. The further that you push your rear heel down and back, the more that you will feel this stretch right in your calf. Once you feel the stretch in your calf, you're going to hold that stretch for 30 seconds. Now, the 30 seconds is up. It's time for the second part of the standing calf and Achilles heel stretch. So now what you're going to do is you're going to pull your back leg in slightly, okay? You're going to pull your back leg in slightly, so you can see this lift my pant leg a little bit. And you're going to bend your knee, okay? So the back leg was pulled in slightly, and now I have bent my knee. Now from here, I'm going to shift my body weight to my back leg, and I should be able to feel this stretch directly in my Achilles heel. If you don't, lean your weight a little further back. Now be careful, because the Achilles heel is very tight for most people, and it's also one of the reasons why a lot of individuals cannot squat correctly, or for example, they elevate their heels when they squat and they need to have a couple weight plates behind them and standing on the weight plates to put their body in a better position where they can keep their knees behind their toes. At any rate, just be careful with both stretches. Make sure you feel them and stretch for 30 seconds each on both sides of your body twice. Okay, on to the trunk rotation stretch. So what you're going to do for the trunk rotation stretch is, number one, you want to make sure that you're sitting flat on your bum with your chest upright and your spine is at neutral. Now ultimately, you're going to keep your right leg extended and the left leg will be bent. Once you have this in place, you're going to cross your left leg directly over your right knee, take your right arm and place it on your left leg. Now you should have your upper arm or your elbow on the left leg at this time. Your hand should be on the ground and close to your body for support. Once you have done this, you're going to push your left leg towards the midline of your body, just like so. And then you are going to spin or rotate your trunk away from your body, adjusting your hand that is supporting you. And then you're going to rotate as far as you possibly can, naturally and safely. Also keep in mind that the leg that is stretching right now, you want to make sure that the foot is planted on the ground. It stays flat on the floor the entire way. Now, once you have done that, you're going to hold that for 30 seconds. 30 seconds is up. You're going to now do the exact same thing on the other leg. So now, left leg extended, right leg bent. We're going to cross it directly over the left leg. You're going to take the left arm now, place it on the right leg. You're going to have your right arm here for support, close to your body. You're going to take the left arm and push the right leg now towards the midline of your body while you rotate your trunk, keeping your right foot flat on the floor. Remember that, guys. And then rotating as far as you possibly can safely, adjusting your hand wherever it needs to go for support, and then hold that stretch for 30 seconds as well. Now, once you have done that on both sides of your body, you're going to do it one more time on both sides of your body and hold each stretch again for 30 seconds. Okay guys, I'm starting to feel really stretched out in my lower body. Hopefully you are as well if you're doing all of the sets and you're doing the 30 seconds each time. So the next one here is the supine trunk twist. Hopefully you've heard of it. If you haven't, this is definitely going to bless your life because it can alleviate some of your low back pain, as well as you're going to definitely feel this on your hip. You're definitely going to feel this in your hip. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay sideways. And as you lay sideways, you're going to make sure that the top leg is bent and the lower leg remains extended. Now, the lower arm is going to be extended out in front of you, just like so. And your upper arm is going to be held at the side, forming a cross. Now, you're going to push down with your upper leg's knee, simultaneously pushing your trunk backwards, which is going to be this way. Keeping your shoulders and your upper body flat on the floor, turning your head away from your leg being stretched. So what that all looks like is this. Hopefully you can see this. I literally just felt my low back crack, and this feels absolutely amazing. So make sure that you are depressing your knee directly to that floor. Once you feel this stretch, make sure you hold it for 30 seconds. Again, keeping your upper back, your shoulders, and your arms flat on the floor the best way you possibly can. If you can't do it now, it's something that you definitely want to achieve. Once this stretch is done, you've done your 30 seconds, you're going to then spin to the next side. So again, we're going to start at the side here. The lower arm still extended out in front of you. Now your left leg, you're going to cross it over your body, depressing that knee to the floor, taking your other arm, placing it on the floor. I can definitely feel the difference in the stretch here. And if you can't quite make it to the floor, then you might need to adjust your body. So there I had to adjust my trunk a little bit. And then still depressing that knee. And if you need help, it's completely fine to take the other arm, okay, which is going to, at this point, be my right arm. And you can push down your knee a little bit more to feel that in your hip. You're going to then hold this for 30 seconds. And again, I'm just turning my neck away from the leg that is actually being stretched. So at this point, the left leg is being stretched, so I'm turning my neck to the right. Once the 30 seconds is up, then we're gonna do it one more time each on both sides of your body. And then, my friends, you are done with the lower body stretch routine. God bless you. See you next time.